What's up, sensory superheroes? My name is Annareth. I'm an occupational therapist working with children here on the Sunshine Coast. And one of the favorite things I like to use in therapy is Theraputty. Now, Theraputty is similar to Play-Doh, but it's not sticky and it doesn't dry out. So it's really durable, and it comes in various resistances, from really soft to very resistant. The green Theraputty is the one that's probably used most often, medium resistance, and it's really great for use in strengthening the hand muscles to build fine motor dexterity, which is needed for handwriting and tying buttons and all fine motor skills those little fingers need to be really strong for. It also provides proprioceptive sensory feedback to the hand, which makes it a great fidget tool or calming sensory tool for those kids with sensory processing difficulties and are very fidgety and need something in their hands to move and squeeze and press. So that gives that input to the brain right into the receptors in the joints in the fingers to help the brain know where those fingers are in space. Some rules I like to have when using Theraputty in practice is, number one, make sure your children wash their hands before using it. The Theraputty tends to pick up little dust or clothing particles, and then it changes the texture and gets a bit dirty. So as long as you work on a clean surface with clean hands, it could last a really long time. Another precaution would just be not to stretch it out too far. It's really stretchy, which is great for working those muscles, but if stretched too long and thin, it tends to drop on the ground, and you don't want your Theraputty landing in the carpet. Another precaution, try not to let the Theraputty touch your clothes, or like I said, the carpet or other clothing, as it is quite sticky and hard to get off once it gets stuck in there. One more thing to keep in mind with Theraputty, although it's great for calming kids and as a fidget tool, it should be used under supervision, and it's not something you're going to give your 3-year-old to walk around with in the house, because it's probably going to get all messy. So as long as it's used with the specific activities prescribed for it, or with the child sitting in one place and playing and manipulating it in their fingers, it should be fine. So some of the activities that can be done with the putty is rolling it into a long snake. Make sure the fingers are straight, because that's the most effective for developing that extension in the finger joints. Another one is using opposing grip with the different fingers and squeezing the putty to make a spiky dinosaur. Once you have your dinosaur, the putty can be rolled up into a little snail and squeezed flat into a cookie. Next, you can make sure the wrist is stabilized on the table and punch little holes into the putty. Next, the putty can be rolled up and made into a little croissant with finger extension, pushing against it and pulling closer, swapping hands, push and pull. Next, the putty can be rolled up into a little ball and squeezed in the hand. Another activity is using two balls of Theraputty and rolling them with both hands at the same time. Now this is really great for bilateral integration, which is using both sides of the body in a coordinated manner at the same time. And also great for brain development is crossing over the midline, which forms such good connections between the two sides of the brain, and rolling the putty into little snakes, squeezing them into balls again. It's great to stretch it out and put some small objects in there, like buttons, beads, coins, or marbles, and then let your child play and stretch it and find those items in there. Another activity is just rolling the Theraputty into a ball and squeezing it really tightly with all the fingers in the hand, Also rolling it up, holding it in a cylindrical grasp in the hand and using the thumb to squeeze down and make a flat surface, and wiping it smooth again. So in summary, Theraputty is a great tool to build hand strength, to improve dexterity and fine motor skills, especially for handwriting. It's good as a calming, manipulative tool, as a distraction or diversion, great for a fidget, and to provide tactile sensory input. So if you still have any further questions about Theraputty for your child, please book in with your local occupational therapist, as this is general information only.